Please drive to highlighted route.
Who's in here? Good morning, Cat Eyes. Who else is here? Hey, Dustin. Tawana Diedrich TV, welcome. Give me a minute here. I'm putting in my coordinates and we'll wait and see if anybody else comes in. I'm probably just shooting some shiz. Hold on. The little arrow came up. Good morning, people. Good morning. I'm putting in my next, I got 3 stops on this. So I'm putting in my next stop. And they gave me Tyson. I just helped a lady prime driver. She was trying to undo her seal. And it was a wire seal and she turned it too much and it was stuck on there. Tawana Dietrich TV, I try. I'm weird about trying to pronounce things, and I've been saying, well, I did pronounce something wrong. One of my people from the 411 told me. So ROEHL, which I've been calling it roll, is rail. So I don't know where they from, where the name of the company's from, but it's obviously, because I'm thinking ROEHL, roll, but it's rail, like a railroad, rail. I'm like, oh, okay. Who is this? I don't know who the hell that is. That's Vernon. That's North Las Vegas. Oh, okay. Well, this must be the, I guess this is a, I don't know. I'll give it to the man when he come by. This is the other one. You mean the new company? The truck is really good. If you're talking about the new company, the truck is really good, Cat Eyes. The equipment is really a lot better than the starter company I was with. Can y'all hear me okay, by the way? We got 5G. It's 5G showing on my phone here in Vegas. I'm in Vegas. I didn't get in here late last night. I would have gotten here earlier, but I hit high winds out of Texas and New Mexico. And I know that they had up to 40-something mile an hour gust. These guys just flying by me. I'm going between 40 and 55 miles an hour. And I'm like, y'all crazy as hell. The trailer weaving like this. I'm like, what the hell is wrong? Because if just the right amount of gust, the right amount of speed, you land on your side. Matter of fact, when I got into Arizona, there were, I think, 2 turnovers. I saw one that they had picked up. And I don't know if a cop was involved because there was a Arizona highway patrolman. It was on I-40 just west of Kingman. And the truck, so I'm going westbound. Hey, Les Truck, what's up, baby? Good morning, Edward. How you doing, man? So I'm going westbound towards Vegas, okay? So I'm coming out of so where I do is I always usually come out of Tyson Amarillo. That's usually where I always pick up at. So I'm coming from Tyson Amarillo. I'm going westbound. High winds all the way from Texas into New Mexico. I was so tired driving high winds that I slept at the Walmart in Grants. I should have had enough time. I had 2 more hours to drive, but I was beat just trying to keep this damn truck in the lane, plus the trailer, and holding speeds of between 40 and 55 miles an hour. And then I put on weather band and they said, weather advisory, and they said that there would gust up to 40 some miles an hour. Now I had 38,000 pounds on board. That should hold me down. I normally have never driven gust over 50, 55 miles an hour. And when you have gusts that high, you really have to slow down. At least when I train, I taught people to slow down because it's going to push the truck, and the wind's not a constant. Well, if it's a constant 50, 55, you need to be stopped. But the wind is just, you're going to be driving along. The winds can be up to 30 mile an hour winds in just an example. And then all of a sudden you have a boom, of a gust of 50, 55. Well, it's going to push that trailer, and the truck's going to do this. These testosterone cowboys, them ninjas was going anywhere from 60 to 75 plus, easy. And I'm watching one dude, he got pushed so hard, he weaved from he was trying to pass somebody else. He weaved, damn near hit the car. I'm like, is it worth it? Wherever is it really worth it? It took me a little longer to get here. I had planned on getting here a little early because I was like, oh, I'll go get sushi in Vegas. Didn't happen. I could still probably do it today, but I'm not. Actually, what I think I'm going to do is where I'm delivering is my last delivery is in Los Angeles. So I'm going to go back over by my old terminal, and there's a Asian grill sushi place. I put it up before, and I think I'm going to go there. I was leaning towards maybe stopping in Barstow, and I may stop in Barstow and get a free shower because I have a free shower at Love's. So I may either do that because I'm platinum, so I may go there, or I may just go and pay for the shower at TA and stay at TA tonight, and then go hey trucking with CB, and then go to just do it at the Ontario TA. It's like $15, but I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But I might do that and just do everything at once because it'll be not. I don't think it's gonna be that far. But they hey African Violet, what's up? Good morning. Y'all come in here more. I'll talk to you a little bit. I just helped out a prime driver, lady driver, and we're talking about. I said y'all prime females. I said y'all be Diva'd Out. Girlfriend got her shawl on, her necklace, looked like she just came from church. I was like y'all, or some official thing. I'm like, y'all just be Diva'd Out. Hair did. I was like, and she laughed at me, but she had ripped her she was trying to get her seal off. And when she was trying to get the seal off, she was spinning it too hard, and she spun it to where it got caught. Well, those seals, if they're wired, they can cut really bad. So guys, don't ever even use gloves. I recommend. Go ahead and make sure you have some vice grips. Hey, Trucking Trips and Reefer, make sure you have vice grips or something to grab those pliers and pull those off, because you can cut your hand open. I know Swift had been paying a lot of claims, workman comp's claim, for people cutting deep, down into the bone with those things. Good morning, Chicago BB. I should have known all my East Coast folks, y'all Midwest East Coast folks be up, because I'm on the West Coast right now. And what the hell time is it? It's early as hell. Hold on. 4:37, and Shannon has had maybe an hour worth of sleep right now. And maybe when I thought about it, my other location is I think it's not that long up the street. I'm getting ready to put that in. But to Cat Eye's question on how things are here, I like the equipment. They pay you well. I average anywhere from a week could be about $1,500 or more a week. They pay bi-weekly, so my checks are sometimes, depending on my runs, it could be if I take like a couple extra days, it could be anywhere from close to $2,000 to $3 something every couple of weeks, which is a lot more than what I've been paid at most most companies, other than what was the other company I did work for? Conway. Conway paid quite well. So probably my top two best paying companies has been Conway and this company. No, I've never waited 2 weeks to drive. What are you talking about? Oh, you mean waiting? I'm sorry. You're talking about, okay, so not getting paid weekly, because I know most trucking companies pay weekly. Well, it's because I come from a corporate background. Normally, most of my companies always either paid bi-weekly or the 1st and the 15th of the month. So to me, you just learn how to budget your money. That's kind of my issue with Grumpy, right? Grumpy's not budgeting his money. He's just doing whatever the hell he wants to. So because he's not budgeting his money, that's a budgeting issue. That means you're spending. Okay, Les, you asked this. Okay, hey homie, you're spending, and I didn't read who asked it. I just read the question. You're spending your money beyond your means. So if you and it's something I've got to learn too. We all do it. I think that most of America lives beyond its means. We're living too extravagant. That was one of the issues with the housing market crash, right? People were buying houses that were beyond their means. I had a house. They told me I qualified for a $200,000 mortgage when I went for my house. I wasn't comfortable with that, and I got my house at like 160, and even that was tight for me. So oftentimes I do think we're living beyond our means, and if you're spending, and I'm not beating up on anybody, so please don't take this in any way, because I can preach to the choir right here. I look myself in the mirror. I can't put a finger to without all the other ones pointing back. Oftentimes we spend beyond our means, and it's because we don't budget, and because we're not really looking at our life. We just go get what we want to get. So like, even just getting this phone, I didn't plan on getting the iPhone. I was going to wait like a couple of weeks and pay cash outright. My Samsung crapped out on the update, and I already was paying for this service. So I went ahead and got the phone. But oftentimes, and so I'm going to make payments on it, but I may make extra payments on it to pay it out quickly, because this phone is expensive. It's like a $1,600 phone. Something, I forgot what it's, $1,400 something. I got the one with the most memory, because I know how I am with memory and programs. We all do it, cat eyes. I don't care who you are. We all do it. So as I've gotten older in my 50s, and I'm trying to rebuild and reestablish my retirement, I'm starting to ask myself questions like, do you really need that? And I'm not saying I want to be in Walmart, not even checking prices. I'm guilty too. And we're going to actually, 411, actually, our new host, that girl, just made a suggestion. It won't be the next topic. Our next topic is going to be kind of a fun topic about food, my favorite subject, and about truck stops we can go to and park. Our truck stops are places you can park and get the food. So, we're going to talk about that. But, I've been guilty of it as well. You can't, I think you go into Walmart, and I go into Walmart with the plan of spending $50 and come out $200 later. And so now when I go in there, I have to have a set plan, and I'm starting to go back to list, because I'll go walking around like, oh, okay, instead of have a set plan. So I now have a list. Give me a second, y'all. Let me put this damn address in here, because they unloaded me. I'm going to probably end up having to park out here, because I really am out of hours. 3840 A North Civic Center. Drive. And this is in North Las Vegas. Give me a second, y'all. 3840 Civic Center Drive. I'm 3.9 miles from this. That's how close I am. Start new route. Destination. I run 2 GPSs and sometimes Google. I'm thinking about getting the TomTom trucker. Hasn't been an urgent one, because actually between the RAN and here, both of these will get me where I need to go pretty much. I'm just curious about it. Destination, new location, address, and we're going north. Las Vegas, Nevada. I do like the entry on the RAN better. I did not get the tablet. Too many truckers were having problems with the tablet. I just got the little one, because I didn't hear a lot of problems about it, but too many others was having problems with the big one. Even Chi-Town trucker, he had the big tablet one, and it's crapped out. Some electrical issue with it. And I was like, I don't have tolerance. So I just went for the little one. And I already had the Garmin. Now the thing with the Garmin, though, sometimes it takes you a longer route to get places. I have no idea why. It just does. It takes you a much longer route to get somewhere.
Please
no idea
to
why.
Highlighted route.
Okay. And then I'm gonna look and see, because when I leave here, if they got parking at the other one, I may just run on up there, because right now I don't have no traffic. And then I can just sleep at the other one, and then they can unload my happy behind. Let's see here. All right, enter. And space. I'll go back. And this is Civic Center. Center Drive, 3840. I hope that's it. Compare routes. Show 2 routes based on my preferences. Loaded. Anyway, sorry about that, y'all. Let me see what we got in here. But no, I think, oh yeah, thank you, Cat Eyes. Yeah, everybody, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, thank you for reminding me. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell for reminders, and also share out the video. Also, I did a video on the Trucker 411. We're going to start doing more videos on there again. And jump over to our Facebook page, share that out, because if we can get that up to 1,000 membership, I'll do another giveaway for something else. I haven't decided what, but I'll figure out something. But I'll do another giveaway on the Trucker 411 if we can get that channel up to 1,000, because the goal is I want to have the host start doing lives on that channel to answer questions. We got a lot of new people in the background. We get them through the Facebook page, but I would, that's another option too. So, and then that girl is going to be our newbie, because DCI Jams is coming up on his year, and he's no longer going to be a newbie. Let's see. Okay.
Proceed to the highlighted route.
I'm 4.2 miles from this location, less than 8 minutes. So it's up the street, right? Up the street. So I might end up going out and looking. I'm going to see what the picture looks like. So what I normally do is I do a picture and see what it looks like. We will less budget, homie, budget and savings and invest. And that's what I was getting ready to get into. Another thing that I've been getting ready to start doing is investing again. And I know there's apps that if you have change or whatever come, I recommend that if you can find one that's not charging those many fees. I'm going to try out about, I think, 3 different ones that I've seen and see who does the best. And then I'm going to tie those to the account and invest. And so I already have something I'm going to invest in. I am not a proponent of marijuana, but I am going to go ahead and invest in some of the stocks for it, because I do believe that you can possibly have the medical side. I'm not a proponent in the casual use side, but I am for the medical side if it's possible, because I have a digit. They are great. DIGIT is the name of it, Cat Eyes. Is that the name of the company that you do? Digit, DIGIT is the name of the application. It's like when I can download it and then you tie your account to it, and then any of the change goes over to them. Okay, DIGIT. Okay, yeah. Send me an email with that so I remember, because I'm old now. Send it to truckerdoll@gmail.com and just send that over to me. Okay, yeah, send that over to me, truckerdoll@gmail.com. And then I'll look at it, and then because I've been looking for, there's been a couple out there, but I guess some of the fees I've heard are a little bit exorbitant. But I'm getting ready to try a couple of those and hook them to the accounts. I know I want to invest in some of the medical marijuana companies, because I do believe it's going to become legal throughout all of the U.S. Anytime you got Boehner, who was formerly in the Senate, telling you to go invest, then it's going to become something all over the U.S. It's just going to happen. I am going to who's the other one? There's another one. But I'm looking at how I spend, and like I was telling you, watching Grumpy and him being so set in his ways about just foolishness. I mean, he has gone out and taken a loan. I don't know what the money was to do this loan, but he went to his credit union and got a loan. Before I left, we went to First Cafeteria, and I told him, I said, I can take care of myself. You got to take care of your own food. And sometimes I feel like I'm being mean, but he will use a female and now I know any female, doesn't matter whether it's his daughter, some woman he was messing with back in the day. He will manipulate any woman, because that's what he's done all his life. Even though I apologize for this, that, and the other thing, all that is saying is I apologize, but I don't want to change. So you may realize you did something wrong, but I look at apologies like this. If you keep doing the same stuff, your apology is just, it's a moot point. It's irrelevant. So as I watch him, what I feel God is doing is showing me how not to be. And he's got a lot of how not to be's. So I'm watching someone who, how they're spending their money is just straight foolishness. If anybody would have got $100,000, the first move you should have done, especially being elderly, I would have bought myself a condo. That's what I would have done. I would have bought something cash so I wouldn't have to make payments other than taxes. And I would have just bought something cash. Therefore, and then I would have bought myself a little inexpensive car, and but again, it's a mindset, and we've got to shift. So if you're out here working, and I think Les brought up a good point, You're out here working your 2 weeks, and whether she realized her point was this way or not, you're working and getting paid every 2 weeks. What's the difference between getting paid weekly and getting paid every 2 weeks, or getting paid twice a month, or getting paid once a month? Should you not be able to manage the money? Because it's going to be the same money if you're doing 1 week, every 2 weeks, or the monthly or bi-monthly. You're getting the same pay because that's the rate of pay you're getting. It's just going to be divided out differently. So it's up to you on managing that money and making it stretch. And so that's something, I've learned, is that I've got to make my money work for me. Oh, excuse me. And it's up to us to manage our finances accordingly. So if you're in trucking, and what we're going to go over is expenses out here, because that's something that that girl is going to be kind of new to. She's looking at it and how RVers do it, which is a good way of looking at it. But what are my expenses out here? And, how much do I spend? Normally out here, I'll be honest, when I go to Walmart, I easily spend $100 or more dollars at Walmart and or a grocery store, because you get groceries for the truck. Getting ready to get me Instapot. I decided to go on the Instapot. It's what I'm gonna go for, the small Instapot that lets you sear. I like the Foodie Ninja or Ninja Foodie or whatever it's called, but it's big. It's very bulky and big. And because I don't have the storage on this truck like I did on the Freightliner, I got a little plastic bin up here in the front seat, and I'm gonna use that for my appliance storage once I get that up there. But this front seat also serves as my laundry bin. I throw my stuff to the side over here. I got like a blanket over here right now. It serves a couple of different purposes. And you just got to manage. I've got to try to manage the space better. So what I need is something compact. So I'm going to go for that because it serves a lot of purposes. It's almost like a crock pot. It's a steamer. You can sear in it. And I can change some things up. So I'll be doing that here pretty soon too. Like I said, I was going to do sushi here, but I think I might do that in Ontario. So I might jump down to Ontario because I'm delivering in Los Angeles area. So I might as well just go on down to Ontario, sit there, and I deliver tomorrow morning in Los Angeles area. So that's, unless they get me in today, I don't know. We'll have to see. But managing money is huge. You got to learn to stretch your funds out here and also invest. A lot of times what we can see is that there's a lot of truckers out here who are very broke. And a lot of them are broke because we do spend a lot of money at the truck stops. I forgot, I watched something on how many millions and billions these truck stops make off of truckers. And a lot of that stuff is overpriced in there. And now I just found out this year, and I did kind of an extension on mine, we can no longer write off expenses in trucking. Now, I don't know how that's going to work because my company takes per diem. And per diem is supposed to allow you to write off expenses. That's why you take the per diem, because it's supposed to help you with your food and your clothing. So I don't know how that's going to work in the tax arena. I'm going to talk to somebody and see, because if these companies are taking it, then you should be able to utilize it for your expenses. Otherwise, there's going to be a problem with that, because that means the companies should no longer be able to take per diem. And I know they're doing per diem in order to ride the money on the market. That's one thing I've always hated about per diem. To me, it should be something you either opt in or opt out of. Now, if I can use it to actually truly still write off expenses, then I'm cool, because the way under the new Trump tax law, he took away the capability for us to write off like this little vest I'm wearing. Granted, this was given to me, but if I went and bought one, I used to be able to write it off. I can't write this off anymore. Tools I can't write off anymore. I buy gloves for the truck, I can't write that off anymore. You can write off your clothing, shoes, part of your cell phone bill. You can write all that crap off. Now I can't write that off unless you're a 1099. Now that's where in trucking you might want to become a 1099 again, because now if you're 1099, you're a contractor, it's like you're a business, and now you can write that crap off. It's a mess. It's getting harder out here for us dealing with taxes. Yes, yeah, unless you're a business owner in some form or fashion, like DCI Jams has a construction business, so he can put his under his construction business, contractor business, as tax write-off as a truck driver. But he can't do it under, if he was just a plain old truck driver company, he can't write off any of the expenses. And we were just talking about that in a instant, was it instant message? And me, him, Cat Eyes, D-Boy Stance, we kind of little interaction regarding that you can't write those expenses off anymore, and it sucks. So like I said, I don't know how it's gonna work. I'm gonna have to sit down. I got to get a good CPA. I got to sit down with somebody and really figure it out, because I also had that little stint where I did the little short lease purchase op from that other company. This company's okay, and I didn't finish that because I got off track. But this company's okay. I like the fact that they do run. The owner's interaction, or how he handles business when he's interacting with you, that micromanagement I hate. And that is the biggest turnoff right now for this company for me. I don't think he's a bad guy. Like on a personal level, when you're talking to him personal one-on-one, he seems like a nice guy. Probably outside the business, he's a nice guy. But when he's in his zone of doing business, he is a massive micromanager. And I worked with micromanagers before. Some of them can be very nice people, but when they're inside, you almost want to go up in there and slap the shit out of them. Like, dude, wake up. But it's it's how they're trained to do business, and it might even be just they might not be trained to do business. That's the other problem, is that they haven't been trained how to interact with people, and they may not be great at interacting. They may not even be good managers. Honestly, most of the time I met most micromanagers, they're horrible managers, because there's a way to manage people and get results, and you don't. I just do what I call my come to Jesus meeting. This is a job. This is what you're supposed to do. You need to do it, and if you don't do it, then we gonna have an issue. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not gonna be real, but you're a grown adult. I'm an adult. We're gonna have an adult come to Jesus meeting. This is what the company requires. Boom. End the conversation. I'm not going to micromanage you. I'm not calling you, and I'm not. And if I gotta go over there 5 different times, then maybe you're not a fit. I mean, and I look at things like that. That's why I say they gave me 90 days. I give you 90 days. It's mutual. You might not be a fit for me. So I don't know. Right now, like I said, they keep you running. The equipment is good. The downfall for me is the micromanagement part. And I think he's starting to understand, because I had to tell him, I said, look, I do my job. If I'm not doing my job, you need to let me know, because that might not be a fit for you. If you want somebody to run differently, and that doesn't hurt my feelings, because you do have trucking companies that have drivers that run a certain way. And sometimes it's crazy as hell. Sometimes it's dangerous as hell. I'm not going to be that driver. So I might not be a fit for your company. Hold on, let's think. This is me. All right. That's it? Okay. All right, thank you. All right. That was quick, y'all. All right. So, yeah, hold on. So, yeah, give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna pull up, close my doors. I don't know if y'all want to hang in here with me, and I'll be back. But let me pull up, close my doors. I'm gonna put my lock on and the next seal. Here's the lock. Where's my next seal? Okay. I think that was them. Yeah, that's them. Oh, let me make sure this is the next seal. Yeah, hold on. 843 2803. Yeah, I only got one more stop, right? Yeah, North Las Vegas, and Vernon. Okay. All right. This is the next seal. What do I do with the lock? I put the lock in my pocket. Hold on, y'all. What do I do with my hat? Okay, let him pull out first, and then I'll pull out next. And it's chilly. It actually kind of chilly, y'all. Give me a second. Oh, I got some new driving shoes. I put them up as a picture on one of my videos, and I didn't tell y'all what it was because we got on a grumpy tangent. Hold on. Okay, he pulling out first. Hold on here, partner. Let me pull out. They quick. Hold on, y'all. It's a little dark, I know. Oh, well, good to turn on the truck, huh? It's on an incline or a decline or whatever you want to call it. Hold on, I want to take out time Prime's mirror. Ooh. Hold on. Don't take Prime's mirror. Don't take Prime's mirror. All right. Drive. All right. We didn't take Prime's mirror in front. Look close. Sister must look at the, she said she went to the casino. She was clean though. I said, you prime females, y'all be diva'd out. Girlfriend was diva'd. I was like, they be diva'd out them prime female drivers. I'm like, y'all be diva. Look on, girl, diva'd out. All right, so let me pull up here next to him. And then I can close my doors. Y'all gonna watch me do my jump out and close these damn doors. Okay, he kind of was back here a bit. I'm gonna pull up a little further. He can go around us if he want to. Now I gotta close my doors. All right, hold on. Let me. Yeah, and then I gotta figure out my next stop. Be right back, y'all. All right, y'all. Yep. I'm back. Whew. And somebody else came in. Who came in? She brings fuel. All right. It's actually chilly, y'all. Let me go over here and park. My other appointment is until 10. But my hours come back at 10. So I'm trying to decide whether just to sit here or go and do that 6 to 8 minutes up the street because my clock won't click. But I think I'm going to sit here because their rush hour traffic should be starting right about now. And what you don't know about Vegas, they drive crazy as hell. Hold on. And I need a nap. I'm actually not sleepy, but I'm gonna take a nap. Now, jerk off in the truck here. He's blocking us. Just kind of pissing me off. Because of where he's parked. We park over there and we can go to sleep. But because of where he's parked, it makes it a little more difficult to back. I can do it, but I gotta get past this gate. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Yeah, because where he's parked, he just made it very difficult to back in here. Extremely difficult. Because, well, I guess I could pull up. Oh, I can pull up and pull back. Okay. I can do that. I'm going to do it straight back. Hold on, I'll flip y'all around so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I'm not on no major street. This is a parking lot. But how I have to back in is a little different. So he made it just a tad bit harder, but not all that hard. So let me back up. When you guys back, flash is on. Slow. Slow. And always nice and slow. So like that butthole couldn't wait for me to back. So I had to stop, and that's why I go slow. Because you need to watch where you're backing. Because you always have a butthole. And these folks are special. Just dump it in their trash.
In 300 feet, turn left on West Washington Avenue, then 3578 and down. Take the entrance to the right at 180 feet.
Then I got an airline thing I gotta check on. Because if I hit, it leaks and I gotta go into Californication. And with Californication, you want to make sure your things. So I think it's just a seal. I gotta replace the grommet. Just a seal. And they don't have it where you hit the bumps and you jump in the curb in order to back into these crazy ass spots. Because they don't have it. It's ghetto. It's ghetto as hell. But I could tell this was not, usually your warehouses aren't in the best areas of town anyway. This was a U.S. food facility. Hold on. Alright. Okay. Alright. at first I wasn't gonna put the lock on. When you go in here, so as soon as you pull up to the gate, go and pull up, you're gonna see the fire hydrant, door number 1. It'll say will call. Yep, you're gonna go in, you're gonna go, you'll see the blue truck up there, the blue semi. You're gonna go past him, go a little past him, till you see like door number 1, and then park, and then will call. And where you park, you're gonna park on the side where you don't see any cars. But it's not that big, so you'll be fine.
Check in at door 1.
Door 1, when you get in, you won't really see him, because when you walk in the door, you'll see a chair that says sign in. Just turn the corner, and he's right there, this little bitty window like this.
Thank you.
And make sure to hit the buzzer
Okay.
at the window.
That's what.
Yeah, because he just sitting there, he sees you, he just don't say nothing. Have a blessed day. I got here last night. Y'all see I'm in Vegas. I don't know if we can do this. And that's Main Street Station across the street. I don't know if y'all can see him. I can't. Oh, I can. Okay. I wasn't sure if I could do that. Hold on. I can. Okay. See? Main Street Station. So, right now, where I'm parked, I'm presuming that that's parking for this place right here. Hold on. For that place right there. I think it's parking for them. Get y'all back on the mount. There you go. Turn you around. All right, there you go. And that was John Christianer next to me. And he's got a check-in for out west. So last night when I got here, there's no security guard, but there's a little window, a little box like a phone, and a bunch of numbers you're supposed to call. So I got here about 1 something in the morning. I'm calling the numbers. Ain't nobody answering the damn phone. The phone next to the phone that don't work, and there's nothing to say that don't work. So I had to call from my phone, figure out 702 for Vegas. Thank God one of my friends lives here. So I'm calling. Nobody answering. So finally I set my alarm. I got back there and something to bump for about an hour and a half. I call again. He like, oh, well, we've been receiving all night. I said, well, you might have been receiving all night, but wasn't nobody answering your phone all night. So, I got in, so I finally just got in here and I made my appointment time, obviously, but I set myself for a 3:30 appointment, but I really only had an hour and a half of sleep. Although I slept good the night before, because I actually pulled the truck off the road. I got tired. Like I said, normally, had it not been for the high winds, I would have, and then Bill pissed me off. We just had a little beef. He's been lately in this thing about females, and I think it's because he is helping his daughter. Bill's situation is unique. His wife is a heavy-set woman, and she's come down with lymphedema, or with her lymphedemia. I think that if she loses weight, it would help, and I'm guilty. I don't have lymphedemia to my knowledge, but I need to lose weight, right? And there's things that happen to us health-wise, we don't lose weight. But she's someone like Bill had the weight loss surgery. I would think she would have probably done it with him, but I can't, go into people. Everybody different. And so, she's now on disability, so she's home all the time. Then his daughter, she's there, he's helping her, and then he has the granddaughter. So he does have a lot of females around him. He also has a stepson. But you don't come to me like the way he came off. He got a dial tone, and sometimes Bill likes to show out. So again, while I see him has a lot more man type characteristics as far as being a father, a dad, and a husband, I do see little boy issues with him, as with a lot of males, but I do see little boy issues with him. Ooh, I look really thin up there now, huh? So yesterday I was telling him, hey, yesterday, let me tell you, this trip, high winds, rain, snow. I ran through snow in Flagstaff, my home state of Arizona. I'm driving and all of a sudden, is that damn snow in my window? snow, then little hail, rain, and finally when I got to Nevada, it was just light wind. This was my trip here. So I don't rush that. And like I said, when I was on I-40 coming westbound, on the westbound side, the truck was turned facing me. You can see he jackknife turned over. I don't know what he did. The crane was there. So if the crane is there, usually that means he was laying on his side. They had another truck backed up, which usually means they're going to take whatever freight he had off that truck that's salvageable or even not salvageable, and they'll put it on the other truck, probably for insurance claims. What else did I see with him? They had that one, and then there was one further up, but there was also a highway patrol that was wrecked, and I don't know if I don't know if he skid out too. I don't know if that was an accident, but they were towing a highway patrol car too that was damaged as well. I don't know if the trucker hit the highway patrol car. I mean, I have no idea, but his entire truck was turned facing eastbound in the westbound side. So that tells you about how bad his accident was. And his whole passenger side was tow up. So preferably he got out alive, but he's going to be out of a job in the trucking industry for some time. Yes, he will. I don't know if he'd be able to even do, he might be able to do yard dog stuff. I don't know how they work that, but I know he won't be able to drive this for a while. But a lot of times I was looking at how fast people were driving in the conditions, and to me, when you say 30 to 40 mile an hour gusts, you need to slow down. You just need to there's no way you should be hauling 60 to 75 miles an hour. Or 60, 65, anything plus. The highest I got up to was about 55. I really ranged between 40 and 55, depending on the severity of the gust and where I was at. If I was being pushed a lot by different gusts, I slowed it down. I was in the 40s. If I was okay, then I usually maintain 50. But I had planned on getting all the way to Flagstaff, and with 2 hours left, I should have been in Arizona. And I wasn't even gonna make that. I could have made the Hopi. There's a Hopi Travel Plaza just after you hit it. I could have probably made it there, or I could have made it to the Arizona state line. But I was so beat driving the winds and keeping this truck in its lane, even with 38,000 pounds on board, that I finally stopped. I saw the Walmart at Grants. I pulled in there because you can park and sleep at that parking lot, and I said, you know what, you're done. Because I stopped at the Route 66 casino, tried to bounce back, ate something, tried to just, went to the bathroom, could not. H.E. Bach Northern, let me see, take these glasses off. H.E. Bach Northern, welcome to Wanda Dietrich TV. We already talked that. I don't, if it's below the posted speed limit, the minimum posted, I don't put the flashers on. Unless I see traffic is a lot of traffic's moving real fast, then I will, because I don't want them to run into me. And good morning, by the way, H.E. Bach. Let's see here. Did I miss anybody coming in? She Brings Fuel. Good morning. I'll make sure I miss none of y'all this morning. And I didn't mean to miss y'all. Y'all see I'm kind of working at the same time. Okay. But I slow down, and so I was talking to Bill, and Bill made it was just a really weird statement. Oh, you one of them he said, I know you you that type of female that slow down for 20 mile an hour winds. I'm like, who are you performing for? I said, well, I'm gonna help you with your performance. Enjoy performing to the dial tone. I'm telling y'all, I'm a whole different cup of tea. You crossed me the wrong way. You will find out. That's why, like, me and the owner of the company, I like him as I like my other driver manager. She did some things I wasn't happy with at the end, but you gotta do, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do, because you have to have driver retention, and maybe you're not happy because your driver is doing this. But I already told you I'm gonna do this. I told you 2 years before, actually even longer than that. So I told you I wasn't gonna stay with y'all. I told you I was looking at possibly doing lease purchase, and I told you might not be with you. I'd look at your program, but the program was not conducive. That's why y'all paying out a big settlement right now to your lease purchase drivers from way back, I think 99 forward. They paying a huge settlement. I mean, 100 million plus settlement. To all lady, matter of fact, the lady who referred me here used to be a lease purchase with the company I came from. I didn't know her back then. She's driven for over 16 years. But she was a lease purchase trainer with them, mentor. And I'm going to tell you right now, I told her, I said, girl, you better get a hold of the company because you know you might get some money. It's only for the lease purchase people. So she's going to probably get anywhere up to $5,000 out of it. You know, it's because you got the lease purchase deals. You got to try to find one that's half decent if you go that route. And I know some people on here have told me don't do the lease purchase. Don't do it at all. But when Cat Eyes was asking me, my biggest issue is the micromanagement with him. And I think we've had a little come to Jesus meeting. He's also, like the little comment he made at the end when I brought the truck coming in, and I was going to drop the load and bring the truck to the yard and leave it there because I was taking an extra day off. I don't know if that was his little temper tantrum because he's pissed because I wasn't going to run again. But I needed to handle stuff. And I don't really have to owe you that. I pretty much have been running on recaps, on resets. You get into Lubbock, you stay maybe a day and a half to 2 days, and then he has another load for you to run again. And that's fine, but I'm a human being. I'm not a robot, so my body's going to need to shut down and need to recoup. And so, and then, I already told you I'm dealing with an older, crazy individual, so that's a whole nother problem in and of itself. When I get back, you don't get the rest that you really need. That's why I had to stay at the hotel. I actually slept pretty good at the hotel. It was peaceful. It was a nice bed, and I wake up till. The only issue I had was getting on the elevator, and you knew people that got on the elevator smoking weed. I can't stand that smell. You could smell that they went outside because it's a non-smoking hotel, but everybody and their mama's smoking weed now, whether it's legal. And in Texas, it's still illegal. But in Lubbock, for whatever reason, they have, I think, a heavier population of people who smoke cigarettes in general, but then they also smoke other stuff. But their population of cigarette smokers is probably one of the highest places I've ever used where I see the most smokers ever. And I think it's like I said, it's a different group of folk in Lubbock. Some are very nice people, but it's a different mindset. One of my homegirls was in San Antonio on here. She's an RN. She told me, I wasn't sure how long you was going to last. She said, when I first went to Lubbock, she said, when you talking about you going to possibly, she said, I didn't think you going to last long. She said, they're different. And it's not that they're bad people. It's a different mindset. That's all I can tell you. And maybe it's a small town mentality, but I've been to small towns and they are different, but Lubbock is just different. I can't even explain to you how different it is. It's just different. And I think that could be some of what I'm bumping heads with him. And it's not about being late on loads or anything like that, because like I said, if I've been late on load, it's mainly because either Tyson has gotten it out to me late or he pulls shenanigans. Hey, Audrey. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Or he's pulling shenanigans. So overall, I think they're treating me okay. Like I said, equipment is good. The only thing I don't like is that you can't home time wherever you want to go. Obviously, I talked to the lady who referred me here, and she said he is very possessive of his equipment. So when you come home time, even though Lubbock is 15 minutes in every direction, he don't want you to take your truck home. He wants the truck either back there. He wants that truck back there on that yard if you're going to be home. He doesn't want the truck away from the terminal except for working purposes. Now, could that be him being cheap? I don't know, because you can't go more than 15-20 minutes to the edge of town. And the most I've done with the truck is gone to Walmart when I came into town one night late, and that Walmart is like less than 5 minutes from the terminal. Matter of fact, it didn't even trip the clock. It didn't even trip my drive clock. I went into off duty after delivering a load. I dropped the trailer, bobtailed over to Walmart, and it still showed me off duty bobtailing over to Walmart. Because what happens is you start driving, it's supposed to trip the clock. It didn't even trip the clock on the Qualcomm or the PeopleNet, whatever you want to call it. It didn't even trip the clock. So that's how close the Walmart is to the what we call the terminal. And then the other place I park is Rip Griffin's, which is again that's not even 2 minutes from the terminal. And then I go to the laundromat, which is maybe about, I don't even say, it's not even a mile more from Rip Griffin's. It's like maybe a half a mile. It's not far at all. So that's it. And then my father's place is on the way. So I've stopped and gotten bleach, going to the bathroom, and then head right over to the laundromat. But this guy, and I was like, oh, okay. But That right there bothers me, because I'm like, this is too big of equipment for me to. And this is why I'm saying, and again, it's a small town mentality, because he doesn't understand his competition on a U.S. scale. He's only dealing with his little small bubble, and he's very, I think that's it, and he's old school in how he manages, like that, calling you to tell you, like, hurry up to get. You don't do that. If you do that, what it does is cause accidents, because you're pressuring your driver, and when you're pressuring or harassing the driver to try to do something they really can't the hell do, that's old school method. And that right there, that kind of pressure, is why a lot of people leave the trucking industry. It's part of the treatment issue. Money, in the driver treatment, which includes money, it includes micromanaging behavior, riding a driver to do things they can't do, or trying to get them to do things they aren't legally supposed to do. Like I said, that kid going through that mountain, I'm really wondering, were they harassing him about getting that load there by a certain time? So he's flying down the mountain in the wrong gear, using his brakes too much, burns out his brakes, is what I'm thinking happened. And then he doesn't even know how to go towards that he's supposed to use the off ramp, or the runaway ramp. And talking about he's scared. Why are you scared? The runaway ramp, the way it's built is that it's deep sand. So basically, it's going to slow the momentum of the truck. Seatbelt on, you most likely are going to survive that. Granted, it's going to cost the company a heavy fee. Granted, you're going to lose your job. But you ain't kill nobody, and you most likely won't die. Now, you go runaway ramp and you don't stop it, you're going to kill a whole bunch of people, and you possibly can die. So, but no, right now, everything's good. I'm here in Vegas, and then I got one more stop. I'm probably going to get off here in a minute, because I'll need to take a nap. And then I'll set my alarm for 9:30. And then that way I miss the rush hour traffic, and I'm probably going to sleep right here. Navajo was here last night, so this might be where he parked last night. I was going to get sushi last night, but I got in here too late. Yeah, I was getting tired, because like I said, I drove wind, rain, snow, and hail from Texas all the way here. And it wasn't until I hit Vegas that I had peace. Once I hit Nevada, then finally I had a little bit of wind, but nothing like what I drove through coming from Amarillo all the way into Arizona. It was bad. And obviously it must have been, at least I'm presuming, it caused some issues, because there were 2 trucking accidents on the I-40 in Arizona. So, and that's one of the reasons I don't drive the way I drive. I drive the way I drive. I'll tell you, I ain't necessarily the fastest when it comes to crazy weather. I slow it down. But there was a saying I learned in my trucking school: you can go fast once, too many, just one time. You can go slow as many times as you want. Because usually if you slow down, you're going to avoid drama. And that's the big thing. So, no, the only reason I named this was Diva'd Out, was Prime drivers. If any Prime drivers watch this, or if you're going to Prime, the ladies be on hit. Her nails was done, her hair was done. She had a little, I was like, and she got out all like, I'm like, and I told her, and then I got out to help her. She's like, I kept seeing her. I was like, okay, because I'm staring at her, and I was like, so I rolled the window down. I said, baby girl, are you having a problem? She go, I can't get the seal off. I said, you have something to cut it? She said, I already broke it, but now I can't get it off of there. I said, hold on. So luckily enough, I have a little toolkit. And actually, Trucker Bill gave me a toolkit. He had a bunch of extra ones. He won this one, and he has one exactly like it. So he gave me one. So I'll be mad at him for a minute. You gotta teach him. I don't understand it. He keeps saying it's female, and he's been saying that about other stuff too. I'm like, I can't. I told him, I said, stop doing that. I said, because I can talk about your species all day. And to me, females are way more wiser than you are in most cases. There's some dumb females out there, don't get it twisted. But on a grand scope of things, we sometimes is a little wiser on some stuff than y'all are, or than males are. And we have not all. There's some that you want to walk up and slap the hell out of her. But, like, sister, are you for real? But you want to I use a vice grips and pulled it off and then threw it in the back. And so she had gloves on, and I told her, I said, but she said, I forgot what she was using to do it. And I told her, I said, you need to get you some vice grips. I said, because the wire will cut you. And I know the company, starter company I was with, it had cut down to the bone on a couple people. And you got to have the proper gloves if you're going to do it. But usually you want to use some piece of equipment to pull the metal wire. Now, what I normally do is I use my lock. Pop, pop, pop. And pull it, and then you have it, and then you just take it and put it back. And I always have my little gloves on. I always wear my driving gloves for everything anyway. But, yeah. So, trying to think what else. And then I'm getting 5G service here in Vegas, which is nice. Oh, you see, well, y'all saw me driving, so I always like to do a disclaimer. I'm in the parking lot. I am still, so I was in, this is U.S. food that I just delivered to, and I guess they have different divisions. So the one I was at is some company called Out West, which I guess deals with their beef. That's what I'm carrying. So normally I'd carry beef from Tyson. I don't know if I've carried anything else. I know Tyson is known for chicken. Hey, good morning, Dexter. I don't know if the Tyson in Amarillo, if I've ever carried anything for them. I think there's a chicken farm across the way, and then I see the beef section. See, I didn't know till I started doing this that Tyson even did beef. I always thought Tyson was only chicken, but they do beef too. So, but I normally always carry beef for them, and I usually have like 4 or 5 stops for them. So I always usually carry beef. But right now, I'm gonna stick here because, like I said, I don't have any hours until about exactly 10 o'clock when the next load is gonna deliver. So, we'll see how this is gonna work. Yes, we will. And yeah, because I'm gonna be right at the 10 o'clock time when I come through. So what I do is, as soon as 10 rolls around, I put myself in pre-trip and head on over there, because like they're literally they're 8 minutes. They're 4.5 miles up the road, my next stop. And then after that, I gotta head to Cali, but that load doesn't deliver till tomorrow morning. And so what I think I'm gonna do, I may stop in Barstow, get my free shower, and then go ahead and drive into Ontario. It just depends. Because if I can get into Ontario, no, I think I'm gonna have to stay in Barstow. See, the problem is when you get into Ontario, if you get into Ontario too late, then the parking is hell. So you've got to get into Ontario between 3 and really, you don't want to get there no later than usually 3. I mean, you can try 6, but you're going to be parked all the way in the back, and it defeats the purpose. So I may end up staying in Barstow. If I do Barstow, then it's an hour and a half to my delivery. So the problem is that I won't go into that Los Angeles area because I'm going to Vernon. And I already looked at the screenshot, and they have gates. And so usually when you deal with Cali, they lock their shit up, especially Compton, Vernon, Los Angeles area, because, you know, we special. Folks are special. And they be trying to do their 5-finger discount, steal and break into shit. So they gate their stuff up. And so there's nowhere to park the truck. And that's in the heart of Los Angeles. So what I'm going to probably do, I'm either going to stay in Barstow or Hesperia. And I might stop for my shower in Barstow and then just go to that Pilot Flying J in Hesperia, which I could do that too. I could do that. I was going to take the truck for a wash, but due to the rain, it kind of knocked off some of the bugs, so I ain't going to worry about it. But, yeah, I'm going to do that. And then I can do my paperwork. Yes, so I could do Barstow too. They got a TA at Barstow. It's really nice. They have a Black Bear Diner, which is one of my favorite little spots. But I really wanted some sushi. I don't know. We'll see. Because I'm thinking right now, if there's any parking around there. Because the only 2 options are TA and Petro. And I usually hate. How many ways can I say hate? I hate parking at the TA. I prefer parking at the Petro. I don't know why. I just prefer parking at the Petro. It was dog friendly too. When I had Hillary, they had a little doggy area. That Petro is it's skanky. And they used to have a lot more lot lizards at the Petro. I mean at the TA. It was horrid. There's a lot lizard. She's walking past the chapel. I'm like, Yeah, and then I haven't put my CB up yet either. I got to do that. Tomorrow I think I'll work on the paperwork, or tonight, because I'm going to have to. That's the other thing. He's so old school. You have there. We don't scan crap. Everything is paper. You turn in paper. He's got boxes of paper. Very, very old school. And then we have to do trip packs if we want to get in. So like the end of our pay period is the 22nd. So tomorrow's my last delivery. So I'll be honest, I'm probably going to have to trip pack it, and I got to get it over to somebody's truck stop before the UPS people pick it up. So I got to do that. It's obnoxious. It is obnoxious. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get my butt off of here, get me a nap in, and then I'll go deliver this morning. Yeah, I'm gonna deliver this sometime this morning, but I'm gonna wait because that'll be 9. I'll probably head out of here 9 something, deliver it up the straight, and then go from there. Because it looks like I'm on some little access road. I don't know if this is gonna. Do I have to get on the freeway? Hold on. Yeah, I gotta get on the freeway. I ain't far from whatever this is. It's like 4.5 miles. I'm gonna look at it, because if they have where I can sleep there, I'll just go there right now, because I mean, I'm close. I'm really doggone close. Anyway, y'all, 2 and 2. Y'all put notes below if you want a topic you want to cover. Don't forget to visit us at the Trucker 411. I'm going to start putting our links back below. H.E. Bach Northern. You guys have a great day, too. What? Oh, sushi. You know, I was going to get sushi. I didn't get in. They had sushi available till 2:30 in the morning. And I was struggling because I got here about 1 something. Well, no, I got here 12:31. And then I was trying to contact these geniuses to see what was going on. And then I was like, well, do I want to take a lift over there? And where I'm at, it's a little sketchy. So sometimes you don't want to leave your truck. I was like, because then I take the GPSs down. I mean, granted, I keep my curtain closed so you don't know whether I'm training or I have somebody on here or whatever, unless you know me. But I usually take my GPSs down and I put them down. Did she see me? I'm waving at her. This Prime going by, and her purple Prime with her big old P on it. And yeah, she's Diva'd. That sister girl was Diva'd Out. I'm like, this sister is Diva'd Out. But anyway, yeah, I was gonna get sushi. I don't know. Like I said, if I can get into Ontario before 3 o'clock, then yeah, I might go ahead and do my thing. Let me look on here and find out where this place is at, because it says my appointment's at 10, I think. What is it at 10? Okay, that's that. Hold on. I gotta find my little book. My little book somewhere over here. I gotta find my little book. I got my blanket over there. But anyway, let me figure it out, and then y'all, I will probably talk to y'all later, maybe tonight when I stop in Californication. I might do a live later tonight and get on here and shoot some shiznit with y'all. But y'all be blessed, be safe out there on the road. For those of y'all coming in the truck, and feel free to hit us up on the Trucker 411. That girl is getting ready to, I think she's passing her test, and I don't know when she's going to be on her trainer's truck, but then she can talk about her experiences. You can go back and see DCI Jams on his old experiences with his company on the Trucker 411. And then if you got any questions, feel free to ask. D-Boy Stance, myself, any of us will try to answer your questions as best we can. Worst case, even if I'm mad at Bill, I still have y'all talk to him. Or I'll have you also talk to, I got another guy named Jose. He's got 21 years in, and he drives for UPS Truckload, I think it is. And he could answer questions. I've had Nikki has talked to him and me on the phone regarding issues with trucking companies. So, and then if I get through Arizona, I want to see if I can hook up with Nikki. Worst case scenario, I do have it now where I can do, put her on speaker on the other phone, and hopefully y'all can hear her, and we can do the interview that way. But I wouldn't mind having her sit up in the truck and be able to interview her. So if I get back through home and she's available, we'll go that route. Y'all, I'm old. Now I'm losing the hair on top and growing whiskers on the side. Peace. 2 and 2.